It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Aviators' superstar quarterback, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season. 11 interceptions so far. It's the Aviators and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2nd and 2. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Leonard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
First down. Complete to number 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up
on play action, they'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wolf. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, what a move. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. At the 16-yard line.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Back to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th down and goal.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and goal.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
He's brought down at his own 40-yard line. A gain of 2.
They'll throw now on the final play. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Jags trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to
pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good footwork at the 30. A second fake. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to number 20. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 13. Forced out to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now he steps and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such...
And it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now out come the Steelers.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at the yard. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll look to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Second and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'd converted their first 2 4th-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Columbus, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.